E. Alright. Welcome back. Last episode we did a bunch of the plumbing and a lot of the interior work for this the inside of this part here. Oh, like why can't I make so many of these floodlights, not many of those normal ceiling lights? It's because I need a lot of wire. So we built this pipe. So we're making the pumping halls. Now this wall's not glitching, but now it's this. Sorry for any seizures. Hello, viewer. So yeah, there's the what you could call like the drain side of Again, we don't need Mark II pipes right now, but we're gonna need them later, so we're just gonna build them and get them over with. I mean, there's 7. Now it goes down to 6. Yes. Now 5. Now 4. Now 3. Now 2. Damn it. Again, like I said earlier, the pipes these are not going to be 100% used to flow capacity, but when the system gets overclocked, it will be. And again, I like how the pipes, when they go back up, they're aligned perfectly. Weird. Huh, I didn't actually put one here. Maybe I could slip this bad boy under here? Now watch this. Ready? Actually remember this. I just learned that you could do this. It levels with the pumps. I really wish I knew that before building with these inlines. Now, remember, the Mark 1s will consume 4 megawatts and increase by 20 meters. The Mark 2s will increase the head lift by a whopping 50 meters, but for 8 megawatts. You get more meters per megawatt of uplift. Sorry, I hope nobody has epilepsy. You get more uplift meters per megawatt if you use these. But if you only need like 20 meters, go for this Mark 1 version. But can you just admit that how nice it is that all the pipes are in one place and you can actually walk over the system itself? I don't care if it takes me a while to build this. I want to make something that truly looks amazing. When I've worked, I've been almost foaming at the mouth of how cool something like this would be. That is running it in my head, how many things I can make if I simply just build this better factory. I hope they fix this. You know what? Hold on. By the way, epilepsy viewers, please be careful. Huh. Again, I love these like drain grate looking things on the edge. I think I see the fold and admit that it would actually look better if I did this. Like I like the curve, but it like that little like notch. But honestly, the water kind of hits over the edge. I have a great idea. That'll make this seat just a little bit better. Looks a lot nicer. And by the way, before anybody comments on this glitchy Z fighting over here, this will be covered by a road. By the way, epileptic viewers, please click off the video for like a couple minutes. Please click off the video if you're epileptic. I have no idea why this is doing this. I apologize. Look away, epileptic viewers. Oh my god, I'm watching a video called Look at This Became Unavailable, because I don't know why, I get into really weird rabbit holes, like right now I guess I'm in ed tech, which is like education technology. Oh my god. It's like, can you imagine Valve to be able to win the game, and then some kid that gets lucky takes your first place and basically kicks you to the back of the line? Yup, I did that to somebody. I was in the bottom bracket, and then I went in the top place. Because I was a little shithead. Damn, you know what? I think I took like 30-40 minutes to build all this out in the other one, but now it took me 20 minutes to build this. But yeah. Hello, viewer. Train. Yeah. These pipes will need to be paired into two. 2 pipes per floor. 4 floors total. And after that, we need to delete. I need to put in all electrical work, but okay, I know it sounds stupid, but I don't care. You can call me really weird for doing this, but I'm going to make independent controls. That way, I can throttle my input if power demands fall below needed levels. What the hell? Nah, man. I'm watching Snipe Snap's video about like look it. No, I gotta see those usernames. Deport, migrate, Trump 2020. No. Of course it's a high school. No, man. Oof. High schoolers, I tell ya. Dude, high schoolers are so weird. I'm not kidding. I remember when I was in high school. You know, if you know me personally, I'm a huge ally of like the queer community and shit. So I had a rainbow tag on my jacket. This guy's like, what's that? I'm like, it's a rainbow tag, buddy. He's like, I'm like, do you have a problem with it? Yeah, same kid had a Confederate flag on his iPhone. Like, you're gonna make fun of, you know, a flag that makes fun, that a flag that, shows, peace and love when you have one of the most reviled flags in American history. Like, hey, buddy, guess what? You lost. Legalized gay marriage has lasted longer than the Confederacy. You lost. Give it up. I have a lot of American viewers, or non-American viewers, in my chat. If you guys don't know, we had the thing called the Civil War back in the 1850s. A bunch of people in the South wanted to own slaves, and the people in the North said, hey, that's not right, we're not going to own slaves. So then the South tried to basically secede and fight to defend their right to own slaves and shit, and a bunch of other stuff. And we kicked their asses. We basically mopped the floor with them. The Union completely clapped their cheeks. They got bodied. Their KDR was garbage. And they just kind of like, whatever, like gave up and pissed off. And there's so many people in this country that try to fly the Confederate flag. Like, bro, you lost. You are history's biggest losers. Right next, like Confederates are the biggest losers next to Nazis. You lost. Both of you guys lost the war that you fought in. Like, just put the fries in the bag, little bro. That's all I can say. But yeah, oh, and I got that weird shit where I just put a pipe and it just like accidentally clips through a wall of my facility. Hey, oh wait, no, I put the pipe, I put the pumps. What's the worst thing? I'm not gay. Anyway, I've never heard anybody say something bad, but whatever. But, like, again. By the way, I just want to go out for the record and say, it's funny because the people who fly Confederate flags hate Democrats, even though they were the first ones to fly it. And actually, fun fact, the Confederate flag is so dog shit that when they flew it in battle, it looks like a surrender. So it was actually the Confederate cross flag, and it was it was literally a white flag with a red stripe through it. And when they flew it in battle, the Union thought that they were surrendering. So not only are they ass at fighting and keeping together a force, they were ass at designing. That sucks. Can we just watch this? Look how fast I could switch there. No, no. Right. That's okay. We gotta keep that right there. Each one of the 4 segments goes into a floor. If this facility is overclocked, it can have enough processing power to smelt 1/4 of the game's total maximum output of iron. I can tell you that's a hell of a lot better than. I mean, my previous facility can process 1,400 ore a minute. This one will produce or process up to 8,000 plus. A considerable outcome. Now listen, if you've listened to me, you should know that I quote built a modular factory. But I'm gonna be honest, if I went inside my modular factory, it doesn't look as cool as this. I mean, if now the only misconception I can say is that it's not really a choice. That's how people are. But still, even if it was, who cares? Like, just don't be a dick. Hey, that's not, I need, boom, there we go. Oh my god, this looks so great. I love this. I guess I could slip down through the grate. Okay, sorry, epileptic viewers. My reality is rapidly destabilizing, and the quantum matrix of the space-time continuum is rapidly degenerating. Actually, this is dark. We should be able to... I mean, I could use central lights, but this isn't terrible. I'm okay, and I would stop with this. By the way, let me just let you know that almost essentially everything I build is just... I almost build on the fly. I kind of sometimes I don't like draw things down. I just kind of like imagine what they are gonna be like in my head. Okay, wait, hold on. That's better. Wait, hold on. No, come back. There you go, good boy. The most embarrassing thing I have to admit, it literally took me 400 plus hours, I think like 380 hours of gameplay to figure out how to use the flashlight. And epileptic viewers, beware, please. Oh my god. I care about epilepsy a lot. My grandma's epileptic. Yay. There we go. Huh? I don't care how annoying the electrical system is. I want to make, of course, as I just said, I want to make independent controls for the water pumps. That way I can control output on the fly. And this is just a temporary connection. I love this hallway, though, how it's just got that irregular shape to it, but it's still synthetic. Yeah, this is probably the coolest builds I've ever done. I need to put more red in it. And guess what I'm discovering how to do? Do this. And you can actually make different, if you've ever wondered how people make those neon lines, for example, you went here, you pick your color, and you want to turn the emissions, you want to turn your emission strength up to 3. And there you go, that's how people make those really fancy neon lines. I can make it only one glass level. But actually, I have designed the dark red to be glossy. Like that. That looks a lot better. imagine if I did stuff like that. You know another thing I saw? I saw someone make like a control room, and they put these signs. Let me see. Give me a second. Like this. Like that. Isn't that pretty cool? That's what this leftover layer does. Okay. Ooh, I could play around with that and have some fun. I really wish I knew about this earlier. Ooh. I've personally seen people work with this. The grid. I mean, that just looks really cool. Question, do they mesh together? Ooh, they do. And they mesh almost perfectly. That's cool. Yeah, I saw someone build a control room, and they had these panels at the background. It looks so cool. Oop, not that time of the year anymore. Kind of like what do you call it? The pentagons. No, those are rectangles. My dumbass. Watch this. Okay. I need to bite the bullet, except that I just need to go back and go get some wires. Man, okay, I don't want to piss people off by this, but man, one of my most disliked points of like ed tech things to do was a thing called Quizlet Live, and here's how it works, right? You get a bunch of people, and they go into the groups, like, right? So you get like a bunch of people, you go into groups. Now, when the game starts, you have to get 12 answers correctly, and here's the catch: you have like one of your group contains, like, let's say like four people, right? And or let's say three people, right? And those three people have four answers each. Now guess what? One of the answers is correct, and if you get one answer incorrect, it sends you back to the beginning, and you have to get to 12 first. So it's like, okay, whatever, okay, communication, right? Not bad. But here's where it gets bad: is when you have like one teammate that is, I'm sorry, but just complete ass, like literal dog cheeks, and just completely folds the entire team. It's like you want to go close a waffle iron on your. Anyway, as I was saying, actually, no, we need to go put those big lights in the thing. I'm gonna control. I was gonna control about. I could do an 8-way control, but I might do a 4-way control. Hmm. Hey. And by the way, I'm thinking about this really smart because I'm going to make this area where all the cables are. So I was going to make it where I can control each row of them. So one wire, two machines, but I might make it 4. Wiring independent controls sucks ass, but it gives you control. Oh, I'm about to say, yeah, it's definitely a water thing. You don't want, if we do run this site, we don't want to turn the water on, and we don't want to turn the water on and the refineries on at the same time, because the water needs to saturate the tanks. Yes, I can load another video. The top goes to the left, right? Top wire goes for what lighting, and the others go for independent control. You know what I've heard? Is that apparently we're in an era where companies, you know, we're in an era where people will make AI resumes, and companies will use AI to judge the resumes. Okay, you know what? I know what some people are gonna say, but stick with me here for a second. I'm applying to become a wind turbine tech, and the biggest thing that and if, by the way, I want to mention this. If my future employer sees this, I'm not like trying to be like abrasive. It's just I have genuine criticism. Because I have to be careful because what I say in this next part, because if I get employed. But one thing I don't understand is I of course I sign up for a job interview, I give my resume, and if required I provide my ID and stuff, because like before anybody's like, oh my god, you know, age verification, aren't you against that? Yes I am. But I understand when you have to provide your ID for a job, like you have to give them your, you know, your banking details. They have to pay you, you know. But one thing I can't understand when hello viewer, when I apply for a job is when I apply and I get no response. Not even a response saying, hey, hello, thanks for, you know, contacting us. Unfortunately, we're going to move on with other candidates. That's one thing. But one thing that really drives me nuts is when I just get no response. Before you're like, okay, maybe you don't meet the qualifications. I've gone to college for 2 years, and I have the certificates in my bedroom right now. I have the certificates and the merit to pull off the job that I have worked 2 years in college to do. But I'm not kidding you. It feels like 4 times out of 5, every time I submit for a job application, it is silence. It is crickets. There's nothing. And and by the way, if anybody has any, you know, information on it, if anyone wants any, like a little scrap of information, I'm doing it through LinkedIn, and sometimes through company websites. But I just don't understand. Like, here's the thing: if I don't meet the qualifications, please say like, okay, hello, thanks for you know, contacting us, but we just like, how old are you? I am 20, going on 21. I am of legal age, working. I'm of legal working age in the United States. You have to be like what, like 15 or 16 in some places, and I'm almost half a decade past that requirement. But if it's one thing that triggers me, it's when I literally submit a job application and I have no luck. I've been trying to become a wind turbine tech. I've been applying for 2 months. And again, before anybody says, oh, but you don't have the qualifications. Maybe you don't have the qualifications. Before anybody says that, I would like to present you with this. Scott, not trying not to break my glass. I have both of these. High voltage battery technician, energy systems technician. By the way, don't feel bad. Everybody says, "Oh my God, you look like you're 60." I'm 20. I'm about to be 21. I'm almost legally able to drink. I look very young for me. I don't know. Puberty hit me a bit weird. One of my cases broke, so I have to store both my certificates in one case, which is a pain in the ass. But I have the certificates. I have the merit. I'm able to do this job. I have climbed a wind turbine before on a single run. And no response. I was so close to getting it, and then no. At least the people that didn't, you know, at least the people that rejected me actually said, hey, we're gonna move on with a different candidate, and didn't leave me in the dark. But I'm not kidding you, most of the times I've had the company say, okay, we're gonna call you back in a week, and in a week I have to call them back again, and they're like, oh, okay, hey, we're gonna do this thing, like bruh. Again, I've applied for probably at least 15 applications, and I've only heard back on like 3 or 4 of them. Let's go see, no kidding. Now, I have a job as a dishwasher, but I want to get a better one. And I applied for a factory job. Yay! And then they're gonna interview me. In early summer. It is late winter. It is late winter. I'm sorry, okay? But look. I want a job and you're going to wait 3 months? up to 4 months? Or what? And this isn't like, okay, like, maybe it's just because it is like this, but this is a factory job with a lot of people employed. So you think they have a good amount of spots to open up, right? I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I find the job climate in America right now to be a complete joke. So, this goes to say, if there's anybody in my comments like, oh, you're just a lady bitch, go get a job. Guess I'm trying. I've been trying. I have a job right now. I've done it for 3 years. In fact, if anybody says, oh, you need to get a job, at one point in my high school career, I worked 3 jobs at one time. 3 jobs. One time. The 2 of the jobs were like, okay, 1 hour a day from high school, but still. Honestly, I know a friend that's making triple digits a year, like 6-figure money a year, and he is reselling clothes. But like, I just want to be a wind turbine technician. That's all I want to do. No harm, no foul. What the shit? Nice. Get that dough, man. Ugh. Yeah. Like I work as a dishwasher. I was about to quit my job because of a needle incident. But luckily, I found, because if you don't know, I got pricked by a needle in my restaurant job, and I had to go to the ER. And I found that guy. He's lucky. Yeah, he's lucky I wasn't like I am before 6th grade, because I was not good. Yeah, somebody had a needle cap for their diabetes, and they left it, and I got stuck with it, and had to go to the ER because needles can transmit herpes, AIDS, and all that shit. Luckily, I came back negative, but still, like, no, that's not fun to think about. And by the way, I don't know if it's because I'm on the spectrum or not, but I hate needles. I hate them with a burning passion. Like, even though I hate needles, I actually, I take my flu shots. So I'm not like an anti-vax person. Okay. Would you ever get a job on Craigslist? I don't know. I mean, from the penny job, I did make an extra $300, $400, but it took me so long to accumulate that money. I do sell copper, and I should have sold it for higher prices, but the copper economy is, like, kind of tanked. I mean, hey, I made money the stupidest means possible. Made money on money. Oh yeah, you know why gold's crazy right now? You wanna know exactly why gold is crazy right now? It's because people are giving up on the American dollar. America as a country has tariffed the shit out of the entire world, and everybody's just done. They are over our bullshit. Like, if you look at the dollar index, oh my god, it's bad. It's been going down. Rug pull meme coins. Look, man, I'm a little bit of a, I'm a shitter, but I'm not that demonic. Hell no. I would rather, like, I would rather get AI photoshopped into a bikini than do rug pulls. I'm not that much of a demon. Is that bad or not? Is what bad? I know it sounds weird that I'm asking, oh, it was what bad, but, yeah, I just need context, I don't know what you're talking about. Meme coal, rug pulling. Yeah, look, man, I'll be honest, I want my paper, I want my money, but I'm not gonna be a scammer. I'm not gonna be a scammer. I blatantly refuse. Why? Because if you ask why, it's because I got dignity. I'm going to go. Damn it! I hate when it does that. I don't know. Hey, it's Crispy Effect. Dun, 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 dun. They're wet now. Ooh, hey, speaking of pumps. Oh yeah, my old factory doesn't have anything compared to this. How far are you in your save? Trains and stuff. We're gonna do this next stuff. Sounds like you're slowing down a bit. No problem with that. Honestly, if I were you, I'd exploit these waterfalls to refine metals on. Remember, just these 3 cells alone will be able to produce. Like if they all go overclocked one day, we built the same amount of stuff in massive 10 adaptive control units per minute. That sounds, like out loud, that sounds bad, but that's got to be good. Let me see. Better than me. Honestly, you know what I do for my... You want to know how you could achieve your goals faster? Just sloop the damn things. Sloop them. Sloop them. Sloop them. What is that again? Oh, those little ball things. Oh, God. Hey, I'm just going to give you a massive tip. Do not use fandom. Just use the wiki GG for Satisfactory. 10 minutes, not bad. Oh, considering you need computers to make those, that's pretty good. Apparently they're needed for... So, you see that red thing on my screen on the left for objective? Apparently you're going to need those to build... You're going to need the adaptive control units to build those. So start stocking up on them. Whenever you get done... what do you call it? In case... You know what? I'm gonna guess it. You made the absolute amazing discovery that heavy modular frames are a pain in the ass. You can't deny it. I know you know it. You know it. Oh, I'm running out of cables. You know it. I know it. Deep down in your heart, you absolutely despise making heavy modular frames. And I know it. They suck. Aw, you cute. You hate modular frames? Yeah, wait till you get the fused frames. But, by the way, how the hell? I'm missing cables. Yeah. Just start amassing them. I'm gonna put this. Yeah, I'm putting this cable right here because when I go get more, I don't want to forget. You know what? Let's say 20, 20, 20, 20. So each of them should consume 88 megawatts. So if we pull down from a line right here. 88. There we go. Wait a second. No, that doesn't sound right. Wouldn't it be 96? 20, 20, they got 80, plus this is 8, and another 8. $96. So one of them got wired wrong, I don't think. I see what happened. Look, that I wired this one incorrectly. There it goes. So each one will control one of these. So by the way, 4 of these will make a floor. Another thing you're gonna find that's a pain in the ass to make is crystal oscillators. I hate making crystal oscillators. There is 2 recipes. Get the one with the, I would honestly, in my opinion, prioritize your efficiency with crystals, like quartz crystals. This looks overwhelming. Well, it looks overwhelming because, like, no offense, but like you didn't build it. Like when I build it, and you look at it, it's gonna be overwhelming. If you built a factory and I entered it, I don't know where I would start. I don't blame you. It's fine. Anyway, I've prioritized this recipe because this needs 18 crystals per oscillator, and this needs 10. And making crystals is like, okay, whatever, not that bad, but it's a big pain in the ass. Because crystals, like quartz, spawns a lot less than a lot of other resources. What are fuse frames? By the way, that sounds scary. Yeah, so first you get your modular frames. That's your kiddie ballpark. And you got heavy modular frames, which are fun. And then you got fuse modular frames, which suck up a ton of nitrogen. I've been doing math about nitrogen deposits. Yeah, so like, fuse modular frames can suck up a ton of your nitrogen if you're not careful and you don't. If you don't have, like, you know, what do you call it? If you don't manage your resources correctly, which nitrogen. A big pain in the ass about nitrogen is that you need it to make nitric acid, and apparently when you do make nitric acid, it like whatever nitrogen you put in, you get a quarter of that nitrogen equivalent out in sulfuric or nitric acid. So every 4 nitrogen gas you put in, you get one nitric acid. I almost keep saying sulfuric acid, but that's different. Make everything. Well, you may not want to hear this, but you're probably going to have to cut a couple of your resources off and remanage. And rebalance, which can be a mathematical nightmare. Okay, now I just need to remember. So from this perspective, the right goes 1, 2, and 2, 2. The right 2 goes to the front 2. The left 2 goes to the back 2. But wait. There is a catch. If you do a 300 IQ moment and you have SAM to spare, you can transmute your materials into different things. For example, what I've heard is if you take bauxite, if you have a good amount of bauxite you don't want to use, you can convert it directly into nitrogen gas with the use of SAM. You can convert anything into anything you want. You just have to follow the right chain. Extreme power 80k megawatts. It's more than mine at I have 50 megawatts tops. But once Amphibia gets built, it's going to go all the way up to like a couple 100,000. And that's not including what I like to call my total nuclear project. Amphibia, Ares, Phobos, and Deimos are the nuclear power plants that will be established in the system. Yes. Yes. Amphibia will be located over here, near the swamps. It will consume this uranium node right here, and an impure right here. I think I'd say Deimos will be right here, with this impure. Phobos somewhere over here, and then finally Ares somewhere either down here or maybe somewhere over here. I don't know where Ares is going to go. But the interesting thing is, Phobos and Deimos are actually the moons of Mars. And Ares is the god of war, which is named after Mars. So Phobos and Deimos are going to be smaller than Ares. But Amphibia is going to be the absolute largest, and its title may be upgraded to what I like to call super nuclear power plant. The amount it will consume it'll consume up to 150 gigawatts to start Amphibia back up. But once it starts cooking, it's going to deliver. You smell something wrong? Nope. Not fighting. Bro, you want to hear how annoyed we are? Oh, what the hell? No, they're right. There we go. Oh boy. My dad's pissed. Yep, he's mad. So, we have a house being built, and we've told these guys to stop putting their diesel heater, because if you don't know, it's Illinois, it's winter, the ass end of it at least, and these guys have these diesel heater, and they spilt diesel on the wood, so now that diesel is going to seep in the wood, and it's going to probably be permanently stuck there. So we've said, hey, don't do it. Don't bring your diesel heater in here. And they did it today, and they spilt more diesel again. And my dad is pissed. They also messed up the siding. We've been building a house for the past like 3 months on our property, and we've had several issues with it. My god, I don't even know where to start. But yeah, so yeah, diesel is now... Wait a second. Wait, I could just slip out over here. Okay, the left one, the far left one equivalent, goes to the back one. Okay, yep, that's good. But yeah, we've told them to stop bringing their diesel generator. And you know what sucks? They have it back there. Of course, I said they spilt it. They have a rag shoved into where the cap for the fuel tank should be. So we have basically a glorified Molotov cocktail in my house that's under construction. Not this one I'm sitting in. But yay! We have a literal incinerator device ready to go off. And then, you want to hear where it gets bad? Just not even a week ago, they cut the electrical line to my barn. Yes, they broke an electrical connection and had to come out and fix it. And that's the tip of the iceberg. There we go. Now all we gotta do is wire up this part. And ready for this? Here it comes. Oh, wait, we need to upgrade this. And there we go. This room is essentially electrically fabricated to my needs. Might do some minor decoration and that's it. Oops. Oh man. Like, I like adding stuff like that, just as like a little, you know, like a little thing to like give my factories a bit of life, like little danger indicators. I like to add little exit signs. I like this because watch this, you can even add buildings on them. Whoops, I accidentally misclicked. It's embarrassing. Ooh. I like that configuration a lot better. Oh yes, I like this. I like where this is going. Oh my god, my chat is breaking. Oh my gosh, you can make different. You can exchange them. That is so awesome. I like where this base is going. That's so cool. I think we could probably start working on refineries soon. And I might take a break, but I know it sounds like, weird to stop now, but I might take. I'm gonna take a small break actually. Get myself some cool off time.